Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for joining me today. As you know, I am your host, Nikita Osborne, and I hope you have your tea with you. Go ahead and leave your favorite tea in the comments. Today, I want to talk to you a bit on maintaining your momentum. This is a topic that I really must talk about because I desperately need to work on maintaining my momentum. As I initially mentioned somewhere earlier on in this project, I struggle with consistency, and to me, that in other words is lack of momentum. And according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, momentum can be defined as strength or force gained by motion or by a series of events. And that is how I feel sometimes. I feel like I'm losing my strength and force, that force that is required to push through certain tasks. And to some people, our life in the Caribbean, specifically Trinidad and Tobago, may seem to be, laid back, but the truth and fact of the matter is that we too need to move. We need to move in order to accomplish our goals. And lack of momentum can affect us negatively in many ways. According to Newton's law, if a body is at rest or moving at a constant speed in a straight line, it will maintain and remain at that rest or keep moving in a straight line at constant speed unless it is acted upon by a force. And as I said a while ago, sometimes I think that I'm losing that force that is needed, which I must admit is critical to my progress. I have struggled with this for a number of years during my studies, especially when I found myself at that place of rest or, lack of motion when I took 2 leave of absence to help care for my mom while she was ailing. And getting back my mind and body back into motion as I returned to school was really challenging for me. And another instance where I recall struggling with momentum was when I wrote my book of poems. I was forced to step up and step out in order to ensure that marketing was effective. And a few weeks into marketing, I became bored and I began to lose my enthusiasm and I was drained basically. And believe me, I always start off pumped and ready to go, and halfway through the race, I always find myself losing momentum in whatever it is I do, And what we have to keep in mind is that momentum has major psychological effects. I guess that's why I feel exhausted at times, and I'm sure you, my listeners, can relate to this. But according to research, we must think of momentum as a domino effect. Once we accomplish one goal, it will be easier to move on to our next goal. Once our mind and body are in motion, we will find that, it takes less effort to get the job done. In other words, it will happen, but we need to start somewhere. We may take our grandparents' words for granted when they say, "How you expect to get anything done by lying on the couch?" And we would laugh about this, but their words hold some heavy truth. I, for instance, I'm experiencing that again. I am presently faced with the task of actually maintaining my momentum because of this particular course that I am doing this semester. And I am very much grateful for this course, but trust me, it is hitting me for 6. Even when I don't feel like creating content for the week ahead, I find that I don't have a choice, but I have to pick myself up and get the job done. And I am certain that, when this course is over, I will be at an increasing speed on this journey of life. I know that some things are easier said than done. Yes, it is. But, what I want to encourage you is that, to pick yourself up, even if you have to drag to do it, because the beginning may be hard, but once you begin and you develop a rhythm, it will get better. Life is challenging. It is. Life is challenging, but it's there to make us stronger individuals, and I don't want to be long this evening, but as I say good evening, I want to leave you with one of my quotes, which I trust would be a motivation for you to press forward. And it says, though your beginning may be slow and your journey long, anticipate your ending, for it promises to be sweet. So this evening, I encourage you to continue to press forward and, pick up momentum, and you will see progress as you go along, and it will get easier along the way. So I thank you again for joining me this evening, and I want you to have a good evening yourself. Bye.